no nsia abo Ghana de hye wo nyina adwo momakwaba de ba DLFM ene nsia echiripo enson kasafidie so emaraso sense ma wo ya boaboa no se oman adwuma kasebo no yede ni nyina ba ebesem mom ne yeka mo se ne eye efiada ebobo some no ne da etoso enum emfimpim yinu ne ade nunumu ene ewei ne so do ya boaboa no se oman adwuma kasebo no yakruche ne nyina da akoguyen abe fontentan kese ne so a ne DLFM online.com eno achi kasebo nam DLFM yan app no na bio tuning app no so afie Facebook no so eye adwuma sana YouTube no so eye adwuma ne nyina da DLFM 106.9 kasebo yi ehumfoni any videos awdo nyina nam so a ubenya bi na watimi ahwe etiamayen wadwen kire ne so emresem yabagye ne nyina da akenkanya na ye Facebook no so DLFM 106.9 adumrei ensem titira ebedi kasebo no makotiri bi enisem ene do yada ena ensem twelefo komko ekwakwasra Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama no president eya me wofase Albert Kwabena Jonfo ede adesre de ato Ghana mampani anim sei osra na da o me nhye panemwe na nyama hodo a ewo manyimu a semhwe ye adwuma na nipa ato ahye ne so ye beboro ne saa na agye ne kwade afiri ne semsem kosi aga o kire mampani bi mfanfa ho no mo nyamre mu be ye de se beboa na abonsem twerefo eho ban ye de mu kire mo ebesom anumre kaseboi emum make sense fake doctors omuso mamadin akofa certificate enya papa e de ye adwuma o manyimu no aye huhuhu a o machibi ensema ne mpenifu aka de afa ho ye de mu kire mo ebesom anumre yi sounds na so hwe o man Ghana so hwe kire so ye kan say wayek omo se ye nkan kire Ghana fo say enipa makomakutu 914 e wo man Ghana mu a wono mo so mpa chi se twe ache wonom esansem eye wasi nso hwe mo hwe no omo bomu kro no nti omo kwakoda afiase na mra ene wonom edi ene so mu nsemu no ye de besem enumre yi sounds na so afo no hwe nkurase avinsa hinsie ne asom hyehye so me wafase Ibrahim Ahmed ede smart dwa kirem sem yan kan kira Ghana fo sen ko poya do me kira da Ghana mampeni esan are lanche eye sanitation hyehye pa omode pa se beboa na mensin na boa ne ye mensin no eho no mo etimi atise wansen sanso na oma ye tim sese no aye nsempi na na mo wafase Sam George aye Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations o kiremu se multi choice Ghana we ye DSTV foi o maso aye den wade monte ambo so ala kadase kanti afide o magyatum so mbete so na komante so ko mbeto mpega wo manyimo ensem no pina ka ho na ye de ba so mo sem oman adwuma kase ebo die ro ha ene ensia ekiripon enkron kasafidie som na ye ka mo se yakopon ya adom ekina krembe ye de papa ne nyina ne se ye maame ono eye program said de madia oha ene ensia ekiripo kasafidie so ono ene ye programs maninya na yakopon ya de makosie de ye na wota ne birthday ne no de den ede Mavis nana amanhira mensa na sade da bia da na fidu a oye no no ono ne awoda no ono nko anhye gukua mu ni dada bi oyayem ye pa enti o kiremu a ono krada nso ono ye brand ambassador Edema Royal Dutch Pharmaceuticals Center empenifo agya tum se ko pa ya do mechina da one more organize free skin and dental screening dia magana de hye o mayim hanuma we fa ne kwa ka prempo muntua bi nte nyina yeto santententen ne enkopiem yenkwankwaje ayaresa efa yese ho na afinsu ehunam dua honam na yoro nsensa kotre honam mesrew honam yento afinsu yensre usire tukwan ye yedi bomade na ekina kwai na yehwe honam ani dua no ne yensese ne kama mfam wontua ka prekram na dwene betodwa ewa Royal Dutch Pharmaceuticals for penifo aso ye eno no maso ye ne wada blaka eye behind Franco Trading Enterprise eno ne ebe ho pe na ego adablaka Roxy Cinema hodoma bus stop hodoma ho ana yebutu dwene ne be hye ase no pa nonson akopiemu ewe abremu kranse yatumi aponti bomode na bra bi wo ba so a wonko emma wo no anyankofo mra ebusane nyina mra bi nkoda tetofin wo mfo mra na omuso hia bi omu ne nduanso ye mo ho ban emfama mo na Sivaledi ono ena ye brand ambassador Edema Royal Dutch Pharmaceuticals ono asena Silver Foundation for Teaching na afi so DLFM 106.9 sem twa dwumaku a yenso yete dwumade we yekire no no frempanifo bia na wo ba no hunu kwan wo yira framatrufo ye na gye mo nkire mu 0243 150609 0243 150609 and 0561 886 514 0561 886 514 Bromodian nyina yenko na yesen ne hunam duane yenko siesie ewo Royal Dutch Pharmaceuticals faso ya Silver Lady brand ambassador ena wase yenka se modewei emfanchire Ghana ni na yesa kama ni mre sem Lumba supa yensu ababonten so Ghana fo nsunu fam kram enye supanti ne di ne honam na sepa ne yensu riguma hodo mienu ye go bottle 1 ne yesanso sachet 1 we no emo de sand manam tijumade bia wudie no ma wonsanka bi na watwe na adu no ene echena dede eye bekoso aponto bekoso dikotobi na fa koso mahoko no na kwanya ba de mahyenkafo wonim kiatwi ababo ya wonim bitwi a kopia Lumba supa ka chena kofa bi ku echena busum da dwete la jan cash ubenya bi na odi asoma busua chimperifa ma trufu na gye mo kyeremo 0555 5 no ye miensa na 274 757 aka home 0555 274 757 and 0577 475 343 Sansana madam abanya meche butum ewa dansoma ne potem ne shop no adjacent to Lumba Sport o sanso be ya purchase le mo ewa dansoman na homa trofo na 0557 349 401 0557 349 401 Yefi ani fenchire mo Fanko Sport Mama Vic ebutum ne shop no eben onyina se wahye be ni pe ho no na homa trofo ni nie 0500 680 783 Samsung brother Kwame ana bra Kwame ebutum ewo da command circuit station the shop no eben adom choba na homa trofo ni nie 0244 094 793 edit kwisi ebutum ewo do wenya ne shop no ene Central University no ne de hwani mum na homa trofo na 0246 601 004 we ne adwuma kwasu asese yentra se na yemfa oman adwuma kasebo no emesmo enimre yi okenkan ya mesin kudwa mekwa ne kontronkra enimre no edi amagye so eya wo fa Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B ni manya tena se de me wo fa se Rose Gold wo si de ya kasebo no saying
I want to on behalf of the Ghana
Masa me misa wa Sam Rose Gold kasa mayenko
wadama eba na nsempatie amamu nsem dia kasebo de hinta nyina aha ne pa hontama DLFM 106.9 kasebo no nie aha ne nyina yetie
ai kasebo ne nie aha ene ye nyina yetie afi to be kade share mo Facebook no and afi YouTube no so ne yemfa kasebo ne kiremu no emfa ensemmom yasha kasebo na se emfa free o my Ghana nsentwerefo nkabom kuom the Ghana Journalists Association etwanetia ekane se GJA na omde adesre ede ato Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama nim se wonmo sere nada onyina ne executive powers ne tumi so do tumi nya hyehye no nkofa emramra omo enate law na mebo sentwerefo ho ban pa se be obi di sabensem huna yetimi ache no yede na kotu afia se na sentwerefo nya fa hodie asom o my Ghana sompa na woni se ma to dwa na GJA president me wafa se abet kwabra dwonfo omukopie mu ne dompi na kopie Ghana mampeni akache ewo Jubilee House ne kasemu na abet kwabra dwonfo echiremu a ne yape se ne semtwene di omdwumadi a na nipa ma ato de ahya wormo so ne ye bro no saa tietem fa hodie so ba ne saa ensentwerefo fa hodie no o man yetieti asokram abet kwabra dwonfo echirem se nansen obo Ghana mampeni abaso pa free say onipa be kan say obi ensemtweni a otumbedi president of Ghana na so ne Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama no yensemtweni so ne o ye Ghana president to bona basom efi so nipa bi ekobubu okopa pansemtweni bi ani so Ghana mampeni abono homoden atebejogo so mhwehwe no momwa na sa nipa kon no yenche no we ne moto Ghana mampeni atu a obona baso pa na so moa na ho ba monsem enko nkane emfama ensemtwerefo.
I want to on behalf of the Ghana Journalists Association and the media in general, applaud you highly for the personal interest shown in the affairs of the media. This is very remarkable. the Ghana Journalists Association commends you, especially in recent times, having directed the Minister of Defense and Interior to investigate assault on Joy News crew by soldiers during the demolition of McDonald's warehouse. In fact, I must put on record and state that this is the first time in recent memory that the President of the Republic has directly intervened in a case of assault against journalists. However, we were not surprised at all because you are one of us and a proud member for that matter. We're happy to hear from your own self, attesting that you are a proud member of us. It is the reason some years or few months ago, we publicly and openly challenged an unfortunate statement made by a lawyer, a very known popular politician for that matter, that the journalist cannot be a president. Mr. President, I can assure you that we are very proud of you and you have our full support. GJA, Your Excellency, is committed to collaborating with government to address attacks against journalists and other media practitioners through proactive solutions which will involve the security institutions, especially the Ghana Police Service.
Any awuti ono na ya president edemo my Ghana ensemtrefo enkabamukuo ne den ede Albert Kwabena Dwemfo. Na enu wachi na Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama esori gina esie ne yasimpa so. Ne kasam na ochire mu se ne omanga na ensemtre adwuma no ehu pam. Abafo etiebi no manya kwanya ene obi kwoto iPhone. Onya smartphone kita ne nsempe. Ofrene ho say nsemtwe ne edu ba bia ha adwen yepa na obi sese. Wate se ne nsemtwe adwuma no aba na abafo kwan so in fact nipa pi na nya kwanya wura mu bi. Eye oba mo nyina aba so na so ochire mu a bloggers bebre na kitakita phones. Bibi kwa so pe ne yatwa mo kamla ne jana bia so mpo na awa ne alokodo abeto abafo 10 times no obi atuma hu odagam. Na no no sa no hwan na ehwe omdwumadi esuo na hwan na eboa na sabe omatuma regulate om sabe beboa na hyehye ne mra no madi suo efiri se sabe we yansem twene se odin hyehye ene mra so na obi atumi nya de openti ene de Ghana man pani so odwene ha wonte ase nti bloggers no mo ya adwuma de nanso osra mada mumpo be betumi de ma no aboa na hyehye ne mra no madi so nte sa de bedu baby no Ghana nsem twe adwuma no yebegu nanim ase ewo manyim.
Communications is dealing with a wider range of people, not only traditional well-organized media houses, but also individuals, especially the new group called bloggers, who go to events with journalists and vie for positions with them to get the best shots and the best stories. And they just go with their phone, edit, and then they put the news out. So the media landscape has changed and the sources of information has changed. And in many cases, it is those people who are setting the agenda, because for most of our stations in the morning, they're taking a lot of news from what 1957 covered or what GH something covered. And they have all these, their little inscriptions they put on their videos. And that drives the discussion in the morning. So they become a very important part of that segment, but are unregulated. And so sometimes they go to the extreme. The language is filthy. I mean, they can just, go to town, either insulting somebody or sometimes on the limits of hate speech. And these are things that in the whole world, people are beginning to look at and say, how can we regulate hate speech? How can we regulate, extreme foul language, And so it's just an issue I'm raising so that all of us can begin to think about it. And the point is, would we classify them in the typical sense of journalists? I mean, those bloggers, are they typically journalists? Those are all questions that must agitate our minds.
Ghana man penny ne bisa no. Obisasa bloggers no. Edamoso kan samtwerefo no ho ana. Omo ye typical journalist ana. Asem obisa ne bisa adwuma no. Emena beta ho, ontumi ntwe phone. Na sabe, wontwe twensem hunu bia nkogua be for 10 times so. O kirema edu ba bia atenie pa fita. Obi hu ba asempe, asem ma yempo no ma create stories out of it. Ne agu ne hu fi, obi awade ne agu hu fi o manyimu saa. Obisa senti wenu so kan samtwe adwuma no ho ana say. Eba ne se ne bloggers. Maji o manya boss na nso ye hu ne ti hu ne nan. Ghana man pani bisa. O man pani ya menhira won kwan so wate. Ne mo fa asefo ne benya ble ne yaka ho asempam. Eno wachi na Ghana man pani kire mi so mo de bibia ba eno ne ye Media Development Fund. Eya futa ba boa na nsem twerefo matumanya bibi ne mo de abobra se be boa na mdwumadi amudie no. mo ho atuma ha mo no so Ghana man peni che one nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ka nifo bɛka bu ma boa ma san hyehyɛ na boa ma nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ no ye ho atuma ha odwumadi ahodo a yedim.
With regards to the Media Development Fund, I mentioned to you that we're ready to resuscitate it. It was something that we initiated early, and then there was a confusion about how the fund was administered, and so a premature death. But I think that we're all more matured now, and we would put in a mechanism that makes it more transparent and easier for journalists to benefit from the fund. So I think that in next year's budget, under Government Communications Department, the fund will be activated and some money will be put in it. And what I believe is that between government and the GJA will constitute a board of trustees that will indicate how the fund should be utilized.
Ne kwakura mo no ena Ghana man pani ka sem no wochire mu an Ghana fo beka nansen abato ekoto na blekuma not no toka bi kosoma nipa bi papa adofo bi asoma o manyimu a na ha dwen semtrefo ka wode mako petipeti yemu bi ani so a na nye ocha mekese na asem na kopie mu ewo my Ghana abalo ya pani ono kwan so hwa tetene so me kire attorney general nim a enche bia de hia o mukaka adwa mu no omenya kakra de apodwa o ma no omenya compensation pa na boa e ma ho ba mo nsem ni nipa akoto mo bro wo mo no Ghana man pani de mpata sika be mo na boa se be ya nipa so mudi sebe said nsem hunu no
innocent bystanders and political activists who have been caught up in electoral violence. Journalists have also been caught up in electoral violence. I asked the IGP in the early days when I assumed the presidency to investigate the violence in 2020 and 2024. I wish to inform you that last week I received the investigative report on the two incidents, and they've detailed and catalogued everybody who was affected by the violence and what the circumstances were that led to the violence. We've handed it over to the Attorney General, so the Attorney General is going to go through, and if there's a need to hold some people culpable and bring them to book, the Attorney General will do that. But in addition, we have given him the terms of reference to look at what adequate compensation would be for people who have been the victims of violence, including those who died. Their families are still there, and then those who were, some have been injured and are living with injury. And so what is the adequate compensation that we can give to people like that? And so once that is done, I'm sure that if there were journalists involved, they would also be considered for compensation.
Any awoti ye Ghana man penny John Dramani Mahama Yantu akasemo se monfanwura mwem ewo man Ghana pomuden ho sensem na Medical and Dental Council of Ghana etwanitia ekane se MDC wanu makase ekiremu ameka se nipa pina o monsa ka wonu ma wanu ni tumi nkrata kire se mo doctors nanso man Ghana mu makuwura ya sabia ahodo mo esayade ha dwenyi pa ene yade akoya kwanside ede ama asohwe man Ghana apomuden esom na wo mu kire mi se efitiri mfimpim yenu adunu nan ebe pem mfimpim yenu ne adunu num third quarter no enipa pina na mekese mpenifo achi wono ma wonom ensa omunni eye tumi krata edi omho danse se wonom doctor fo nanso omakogba wura elesabia hodo omo ye adwuma ye o wamu kire na akogina emra no emra egu so hwehwe mu sensem na kanse ni chimte bebre nanso kitakita qualifications ahodo a utumi se wedi emfa akura so nenam Ghana hanma ya se bia omo esa yade na mra moje emra ne nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ kasa na registrar Edema MDC Dr. Divine Indombi Bunyabara ne kasem no kire mu sem nipa pina no man Ghana mantam ne mensene pimu no monsa ka wono ma wono mu gina mra na mra enu mbedi pam Dr. Chirem se yanka nkyere Ghana for sem Medical and Dental Council of Ghana for egusu badwumaden na wono mo ne National Health Insurance Authority for ka boma boa na mo ne shepa ba etimi atagete nipa bone a mudu sa na mboni na boa manipa biara manam koti kwan so omo ya doctor for na so mo boa wa Ghana for mpa ne bone kunkum ye no emra so mpa gi se twe memra ne wo madi se bebe boa na hoba mo nsem na yaresa akọ nkan fi se ba ne se pene Ghana ni nkwa edesem emu nkyere mu nie.
Some of them are still under active investigation. but we have arrested 4 quacks and they are undergoing further investigations pending prosecution with the police. The second part is that we have also had practitioners present to us forged credentials. If you want to register with us, you have to submit evidence of your having attended a medical or dental training institution or physician assistantship training program, whether in this country or outside of it. And that is recognized by the host country, and then it meets specific benchmarks. We indicated that we have had 4 such cases of forgery of qualifications. In one case, there was a forgery of qualification from Ireland and Nigeria, and this related to the spouse of a diplomat. Just to indicate, without trying to create any anxiety, just to indicate that these things know no bounds, and therefore vigilance is the key. We trust, but we verify. At the Medical and Dental Council, we trust, but we verify. And then we had a fraudulent credential, certificate presented to GTEC for, assessment. But because of our collaborative work with GTEC, we were able to alert them that that document was not genuine and it was fraudulently procured, and so that they would take action in respect of that. We also had one case of a forged permanent certificate. This was a practitioner who had not yet finished the requirements of the provisional license to get onto a permanent register, that had gone to clone a permanent register and then put her credentials in there for purposes of acquiring a job somewhere when she was not due to get that. Then there was one case of forgery of examination results. This was an individual who didn't pass our licentiate examination. The clone one of the results, passed it off as if she had passed. But of course, the vigilance of our systems ensured that she was picked out.
Aye, bibrina ye fake. Omana na mayara sabi ahodo o meyi mu na sebe. Wanu mu kitekita mpani atentena saa twetwe twea de sisi amanfo pa echi na omosere hu okurum hanom. Na ehu pam. Na no achi na wasa kire mi se. Wanu de aseda de maga na man nyina ne adwumaden a mo body tower mo achi manya omu gidie. Na mu kire ma ene ye nkra pi na omonsa aka. Amanfo pi na epa dodo na ho ntoma de ma wom nanso doctor fo bibiri na aka ho a. Wanu mayu mo asutire se nipa bi ekurekura license awe na ye fake certificate na mo de ye adwuma wo manyimum. No mu kire mi se nansempo de afi we ye mu wono mo saka 28 new cases eye complaint about maso ya mu kire mi se o da Ghana fo ase se mo yi masutire no mo kwaso abadwumaden na mu kire ma mre bi atwam na cases ahodo e wo mo discipline eye o mo committee na nimu no na eye 20 mo ba mo de aye mu adwuma kama me se amekese no de mu mako be ye de ho de ekọ na mum aka 18 na mugusu adi ho dwuma na o kire mu se na ni mako 22 na mo ho ensam bonefo a na wonom eka ho a ene so ehon sam da ho mo hwe na mo aka ho asem.
The next is to update you on the number of complaints and to thank the general public for their confidence in us and the way they continue to bring cases to us. This year, we have so far received 28 new case complaints from the members of the general public. In fact, some of the complainants in these cases are actually doctors themselves. We had 9 cases by the end of the first quarter. We had 10 new cases in the second quarter. And as of today, we have 9 cases. So a total of 28 new cases. I also provided update that last year we disposed of 20 disciplinary cases
DLFM
before us, and currently we have 18 active cases before the disciplinary committee involving 22 practitioners.
Ni a utie openi po no na o my Ghana mu no, in fact obo adwumaden ye pa wo mayi mu no na ye registrar Edema Medical and Dental Council of Ghana ne den ede me wafase Dr. Divine Ndobi Banyubara ono na wote ne nei yento akasebo no so ne yembo mfa nwure mu e wa disua esensemu na meka sinipa baburo du nan a achechirefo ka ho adusuafo ka ho na omo so mo hwe nso hwe twere so ka ho bi na o my Ghana fa na nyina asa hwe o manga na nso hwe twere so mechira West African Senior School Certificate Examination the 20 aka ne say wasi watumi ache wonom akwagina mra no emra eso mpa chi se twe a ene wonom edi no kwambo no sokram na wonom kiremu a indipa bonfo mo ya chekirefo school fuyi ene omo hwe nso hwe atwere so mekira invigilators no ebi no mo che wonom de free yeji senior high school ebi so mo che wonom ne Abort College e wa Sante Bekwai efi so antwema kwa homa Presbyterian SHS ebi si honom pam Any memia P, or Manganum, Kaswa so crack a home. Namno Penny Pony, head of public affairs at the West African Examination Council, Wayek. No officer John Kapi, Ejemina Ocasan Uchim say, in fact, Omachi P, no Chema. Omnico Cobo, at the mamma from Motrian Son Reno. Memia P, Nanso, Oman Tiasie, Omanti, and a Menaso Petty. O Chilema, Poplites be, our Mayima, a Christian school. In a Kukrantimi, Papa in Waka Jamu. Ama madia create WhatsApp page na mode ensonhwe ne ho anu ye dia gusu amofrɛ efremu feature o mani asise gon na mo copy ekwakoma wayake fo monye mark na sa na ye no message on kapitire mu sem wayake fo elumeni committed wo meba dwumaden aboa ma ensonhwe hwere no ehom na ye dwuma papa na wa wuni na bebu mra so de wo mo chiwa dantra wasema na mo so mo achi wo mo no wo bebre pa wo mo nsa no odi sem sei etu nsantwefo anim.
Noted with concern a number of cases of irregularity at examination centers across the country. As part of our commitment to upholding the integrity and credibility of our examinations, we have deployed a number of staff as well as our own specially trained personnel to monitor the examination centers. Our monitoring teams have unearthed a series of irregular activities at a number of the examination centers. These include, but not limited to, the following. 1. 2 persons were arrested for impersonation at Ghana College, Kaswa. They were arraigned before court and have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment each, while their accomplice was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. The proprietor of Christian IPS Kukrantumi, as well as one of its invigilators, have been arrested for creating a WhatsApp group on which they shared snapshots of questions and solutions to the questions. They have been handed over to the police for further investigations. Ebenezer Finn was arrested at St. Vincent College, Abradunkwa, for impersonation. He has also been arraigned before court. Hannah Lariba, a student of Yeji Senior High School, was arrested for impersonation at the Steps of Destiny Senior High School in Yeji. Another impersonator, Mumni Abdul Hafiz, bolted before the monitoring team could apprehend him. Mr. Kodria Desmond was arrested at Abbott College at Santibekwai. He was handed over to the police and subsequently arraigned before court. He had been remanded into police custody for 2 weeks. Osei Asube Daniel was arrested at Epima Kwanguma Presbyterian SHS for impersonation. He has been handed over to the police. Raymond Kwasi was arrested at Epima Kwanguma Presbyterian SHS for contracting Osei Asube Daniel to write the examination on behalf of Obeng Dapa Emmanuel. Maxwell Chamba and Amaglo Livingston were arrested at Sefa Royal SHS AG for impersonation. A physics teacher at Ahafuman SHS was found with a mobile phone on which he had snapshots of the physics practical questions which he had shared. Mr. Ernest Frimpong, an invigilator, was arrested at King James SHS for possession of a mobile phone on which was found snapshots of the questions and solutions to them. Patrick Essel, a former National Service person, was arrested for aiding a candidate at Enquires Senior High School to copy solutions from his mobile phone. Further investigations revealed that this was from a platform shared with the assistant supervisor, Michael Boating. He has also been arrested.
Omanga no ne yekwa yedimpa. Me wafa so John Kapi no chire me sende. Omo kwa no bi ho no mo no onye student, onye adusuani nanso. Wakwa akohim ena adusuafo ni bi no wakwa ne din de ne na watwere ama no. Se be ya obetumi anya good grade. Na onya results ni we school no aka no ba akotra so ama na. Ghana ye de pam. Na eno achi ne chire me se West African Examination Council wa yakefo chire mu am. Wone mo hwe ne mu sende. Eye BC in so hwe amofra na twere ye du ba bi no private schools bi ho no mo de ampanifo no tumi de mo start to safely say mo wie mu. Na o chire mu am wa hwehwema wie ntie ne. O mo hwe ne mu se hwebe enka se enwa nimle no nso kwa die na nso hwe ne sunsun so na ba bontim obiada and said to me, I can idea.
Candidates comprising 297,250 males and 306,078 females from 20,395 participating schools entered for the examination, while 1,661 candidates comprising 858 males and 808 females registered for the BEC for private candidates. While the percentage increase in the number of candidates from the school candidates was 5.99%, that of the private candidates was 19.49%. The provisional results of the BEC for school candidates was released on August 23, 2025. Candidates who infringed on the rules governing the conduct of the examination were appropriately sanctioned following conclusion of investigations carried out and upon the advice of the relevant committee of the council. Results of the BEC for private candidates will be released by close of day today, 5th August 2025.
Ochiame enim asemka oseda na wasumam. Wei Agyei Openipo no ene ye head of public affairs. Shenkita hudie so ede maso hwe Ghana. Enso hwe so West African Examination Council. The day ede John Kapi ena wote ne ndie yi. Yankuya nimwe ne monwura mu ewo ahunidie nsensemu. Na sofo no na ohwe nkurase amamwo ena afi nso. Ahensem ene ho hyehyeye ena som hyehyeye so mekire the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Agyei Onimnyamfo Ibrahim Ahmed. Wakase chiremi se ye kwaya ni mwen mensene modembo mekire metropolitan municipal and a district chief executives ye twenitia e kan se MMDCs no modembo no empirifo betumi agina ade ba kopeso eno eya hunidie ehun nsensem emramba modia friendsem twefo nhyiamu ewa krabopre matemu dwumade ne koso metropolitan assembly Accra heya wona auditorium nim ena Mr Ibrahim Ahmed kasem no chire mi sem wohwe ahunidie ehun nsensem a ha adwenye panti ne senti Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama chire mu a Nyankopon ya adom echada memenda obesan apa ahunidie ehun nsensem no ehun toma biu mechire eye clean up Ghana agenda no Ghana mampeni besan apa hon toma Nyankopon ya adom echada memenda na National Sanitation Day no omohwe ntomba boa pa na Ghana mampeni apa hon toma na bakwa so Institute of Local Government Studies ewa Madina krabopre mantem na boa Momai Ghana yetime de ho so discipline etime empower local governance no mens nkurasi amembu no obi etime de ho ahye mu bi na afi nso omama no nso etime enya de suade hu no ma yanyina nya boa mefin etime tuase Ahmad Ibrahim echire mu sem ohwe ne mu so obi ade ho be hyembi na boa mensen no ahunidi atumi apa ochire mu a ode ohye kese de ato assemblies ne nyina ne mu so mamoden Momai Ghana public spaces ne nyama mamoden siesie ho no mo kama Bia hudo biara eba maden abadwa data ho no mo nsiesie ho no kama ewo enumre etena no pa no nwotwe o mo nsiesie bebia kama na bebia ho nte kama no mayenko anim o kire mu semnese ba ho maden asiesie mpotempe babo abaso etena Ghana mampeni etimi ede district assemblies command fund ya mamo no sikana bagum account mu nkofa fam adwuma na mo nsiesie mpotem na wa abawe no ade beto o ma we mu hanaje wutu eja Ghana honom
especially in the sanitation space. This is why in the wisdom of His Excellency the President and through his visionary initiative 80% of the District Assembly Common Fund has been released to all assemblies. With this, I'm convinced that districts will now have the required resources to undertake their critical environmental function to keep our cities and towns clean at all times. As directed by His Excellency the President, we will keep track of assemblies and MNDC that perform and those that do not will be known. As you are aware, sanitation is now a key performance indicator for all MMDCs. Your performance as Chief Executive will be judged directly on your results in cleanliness of all the cities and towns within your jurisdiction. To support this directive, the Ministry is introducing additional accountability measures, and I believe those measures will be made clear to you and copies will be given to you, because if you don't have a marking scheme, you cannot assess, and therefore this is going to be the metrics based on which you are going to be assessed. To support this directive, the Ministry is introducing additional accountability measures. 1. A dedicated sanitation hotline. A dedicated sanitation hotline will be established, enabling citizens. So every Ghanaian is your referee and your judge. Then you have a problem. A dedicated sanitation hotline will be established, enabling citizens to report public cleansing nuisance directly to the ministry. Reports will be catalogued, verified, and follow up with the relevant assemblies for immediate action. And for your information, there is a sanitation call center with 10 computers, with 10 hotlines, with able, energetic, intelligent Ghanaian young boys and girls seated there, receiving calls from everywhere, every corner. So the citizens in Ghana are your judges, not me. So if we call you and show you the yellow card or the red card, don't say it is me. Ghanaians, like the football coach said, every Ghanaian is a coach. The ministry will maintain a central dashboard. That's the second measure. The ministry will maintain a central dashboard to track reports, responses, and performance of assembly. This will ensure real-time supervision and national oversight. Real-time supervision.
Any out here, me what fast you don't know show my Ghana. Enquiries membu. Eya ahensie ehun sensem so aheni ehun sensem so na afin so. Ono ase no hwe esom hye so me kire local governance, chieftaincy and religious affairs. Ne den Edim Ibrahim Ahmed and wote ne kan na yesore so kura no. Me what fast Sam George, on na minister for communication, digital technology and innovations. On smart to judge them say multi-choice Ghana. DSTV fu maso ya dempa. Ka kire mo so mo bo na mo to Ghana for so no. Ano de ndu to amunti mo hamji chemu aduasa. Omo ye mo la kadasa ka asoden. Omo kan office bi oyedodo. Enya dodo na wo ye. Papa so pa homa so ena ni modem ni ye diem. O man sit na from DSTV for nkwada mo boro ma yiri su say pampe na so kwa Nigeria de na fofrofo Ghana for bone be na ye. O chema na de multi-choice faje atumi say omo boro mbete so. Enti Ghana for matin nde.
I would not want to impugn any motive to multi-choice decision to wait till barely 48 hours to the conclusion. Let's just say they saw light at the end of the tunnel very late and realized that the ministry was not going to back down. They realized that Ghanaians fully back the ministry and that the ministry has the support. In fact, this is one action the ministry has taken that has bipartisan support. The MPP has endorsed this, the NDC has endorsed this, CPP, everybody in this country has endorsed this action because Ghanaians simply say we won't pay the exorbitant fees again. The law is also clear. The law says that when you're going to suspend, issue a 30-day notice. In that 30-day window, they have the opportunity to engage to remedy the problem. That's the position of the law. And so multi-choice acting yesterday, 48 hours to the expiration, is fully legal and fully within the law. The law does not say that they must apply and conclude the matter within the 30 days. It says within the 30 days, they must make a move. And they've made that move.
And no. Oma ka say nko mo mpene ndi ko mba twini twan. Nanso ane. Oma kwhyem sa chechede na oma gye atum ti multi-choice Ghana. DSTV fo agye atum se de tie bia no mobo no. Won ba be hwanso ma Ghana fo aye nso yenya kwanya hwe eyi matches ahodo no yetumi ahwe bi free kurum ha. Motete no. The way Sam George, Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations. And I would tell you Ken. Ghana ni yetamo naso nanso. Me wafa se kwam yefum se memfa afrafo ne beye mienu be pe na sport ento asom. Asema de dwane so fana min so fana nyina ne se ne. Empanifo akire mu a fake doctors ebo awura o man Ghana pomudi mu ehu pa. Na machi bi. Ekwa akwagina mra no. Na Medical and Dental Council of Ghana for MDC na ekasei. Tie se na ye hu se da Lumba nwom no. Ebinim no license so mo wo wayasabia esayade na mo wo pane bo no pane tenten se ehu mo de wo se cafe aha akofia o mabio to match bi wuti se ya de na ho ye wo 0534050199 0593406565 Ghana ni wuti se fake doctors agba awura yasabia de na wo ka ma dwomedofo
ja fake doctors no isa mra enya dwuma man Ghana ni nipa be dwe ni pre eye dwuma nye wo madwuma enti so much we ya o medical sibida ade no bi yo ma enti ama for kondo ye enti nda so ye
eno ne asem no
no be best say wo mo set example na ama for review say so doctor kum nipa ba ho a wa ha bi sha panti o mo twa ma so na ama for nse bone
medase me medase pa Mishra opi bema ma jo medafo
hello
senior odi na bia akasa free
Adjoa from here di me free Katamanso.
Mr. Di mayentio.
Pacho pa ba ese form fa mrakwanso. Na e madwinche.
Okay.
Na ye ngelium.
Eno no. Eno ase atwe o maso. Nyame nhyira opi no adwenkyere Mr. Di Katamanso nyame nhyira opi adwenkyere mo hwam sa no manam. Ma adwo medofo.
Yo, me ofa. Chasunte.
Mama manjo 30 seconds yenko.
Ye my music ya dia say na kum na ni say Bible pa. So much match omo dia emra no ene omonji. Yankobo kama ho.
Amen. What's one want na pa na kwedi weekends ni ma dwo me dofo. Hello. Hey, what the convoy man na mesro nya abotre. Hello. Yay. Mate me da se pa na wonte ase nya minhira opi ma dwo me dofo. Hello.
Hello, Nana Kwanso.
Kwanso senior.
Ya bokode.
Ya miadom mi gina mu pa.
Eske dodoa.
Eske me yenti 30 seconds pe na yenko.
Oze, ebewu.
Yeah.
Gana mpenifu na nkasa ya we. Omani da ho mo ankasa ni na ekoso nti nipa ewu o hospital bebrebe na no. Etuma kasa 5 omo.
Yo.
Nana.
Mate.
Omo achi omo di omo sisi na bibia anda na kwem pepepe.
Mate.
Na mama nkolo bimra.
Eno ano no. Ma dwo me dofo we am last caller odi na bia kasa free.
Ampa of a last caller ampa of a good evening.
Meju so.
We of a fool, Missemu or dance on my side.
Ofa my yenti anmre.
Ofa se opese we your doctor. For your course na your doctor.
Na ho asamaye.
Kind of will be per shortcut too much.
Hu pa.
Ofa me from family kwanso wa bintu aso.
Me das papa me wofa kwa me yefum nya me nhire opi Ghana ne me das pa na wonte ase wanyama me yetumi mfa bio. Ubampo na me kasa me fa na madada. Na yemfa yenka bo wentwam taw. Na me wofa asefo no emfa sport akopama so nsem to aso a. Na ye ka mo sengo po ya adom akina Mr Davis Opoku Afari waka nchinago in fact adato maga na nyinani esa ne sensem twene a ono na tena mu diala wa dwumadie su na Adjoa Sikapa akire mu hima ne papa na dafo mti yankopon ya adom akina na na yi eba so nti esrem ada mu nyina munyi bum we munyi bum na monko ho na nyina yankwankwatai na Adjoa Sikapa ne papa ne dende Mr Davis Opoku Afari wanyini papa in fact wababra wanya finhia no aduosia nson 67 years enti na bekwaso watema mesremo maka kire mo dada me wofa asefo no wa anko no kina Monday ye hia mesre ofra na meto ade amaye opa me fa nche okram na bekwaso watema community 2 sakasaka park ne ho no ma na yie no ebekwaso ekina tema community 2 sakasaka park ne so ho na yie no ebekwaso ekina be modin akopa ne krabe na me yadoma kosi ada bai ebetena se ne ande me papa ne den ede Mr Davis Opoku Afari a onya mfinhia no aduosia nson 67 years no Adjoa Sikapa ne papa no nti no betena se na adofa keka yensa ase ne abomade akobo abusia eye ya kwagya tie nyina yenya ne saa ne yenkobɔ ne sabedi ade ato ne nyo no na yi wachi pan so a untumi hu wachi ne wapam medamase yakina ye nyina yenje bum ne yenkotai na na achi ne papa yi no bibia nto din kasebo no ye gina we usini ada ye ho akwa fast pause kwa me yafum me wafa nimpon na afi mia me wafa seketwa na na endrada me ne hwehwe mu agopama so nsensem so metwe ne to de to anwam ne den ede Bismarck edu sei obo adwuma pa na me nim sensa akrachi onim commentary ne ranesa me wafa sefu ensem maben ye dan ye ho aba
DL Power Sports emu ade ejawom dead
DL Power Sports on DLFM 106.9.
Grab your phone.
Mini abema.
E Bob say.
Ah, Onyankopon adom ye krekre mu na so e.
Ya me adom ho ye pa ya san hye adom rei.
Ayo chale. Ejuma na egusu no.
E Bismarck.
Me ofa.
Wako de.
Nyankopon adom.
Ya da ya me ase. Ade na obi si anya kura me ntumi moa. Ye krekre ma na me boa. Ya de Lumba nyom ye krekre mu. E me na ntene mo ka jangum ne akua nim.
Ebusua mama wa Adjo mema wakwaba FM DL 106.9 FM agudie emre na ewiedu na agudie nsem a yaboa no Ghana ha anase bibremu ha ne ama no ne nsem na yaboa no e de brewo me a me di dwuma na me a me kase me din e de kwa me efum me ni menu abema Bismarck edu say me ni menu abema
Bismarck edu say
na e di dwumadi e brewo na hye no so say edwumadi aboafo pa e Lumba insupa Daddy Lumba insu odi abegya Ghana ni wiase nyina omo no maso ye chi a yedi dwumede ye debe ebrewo na me sha ase no me nka se FIFA World Cup ebaso World Cup qualifiers na ebaso 2026 na eno ebaso ewo United States of America Canada and Mexico na se na enyina yenim Ghana ya aje sanki ye beko bidie ba mre ne krabia na bekire nyame eya adom no ye bobo Ghana any Chad any Shia ewo Chad ekrom na Ghana ehye baako na Chad nso share baako na ese yabo draw eno na kofa nchiwansem kakra de ba se eba ne se na Ghana tumi ko share Chad na yakobo draw obi man so isi amenu ka se de ama standings na change kakra Ghana already kind of but uhwe form na eba na difference na nya kese bia enti kane na Ghana of 15 points isi ebenya 16 points yabo 7 matches or 16 points Madagascar about 7 matches or 13 points Mali about 7 matches or 12 points Comoros about 7 matches or also 12 points Central African Republic about 7 matches or 5 points and a Chad and ne boy ne boy tip on chrono or no 1 point abra on so about 7 matches e say 1 point a Chad nyan no e de oni Ghana boy matches e wabo nyina we lose ni nyina we and the coach and as a tenene or the Ghana Black Stars camp no waka odi nsem bia todwa na o kire mu se dikudinti a Black Stars ntumi anya de no odom performance etudwa na coach of the Blaster Otuado di nsem bi todwa e kire se Black Stars performance ya o ntumi anya de nyina ejia ne ma ba ko mienu so de dikan ogitu mu se Blaster performance na wo form below average na mo bibinti a yanko ne kotie coach Otuado ne numa asem de todwa na ye hwe sanka ebenya sound na se bite in every coach Otuado honoma na yen sanka na mame nchire mu emfama ne se ba ye beto aso coach Ado chire mu se ogitum pefe se ne Blasters players no anya omo homework na so omo homodi na emom no onya performance na so onya opportunity bia na e wo se enka otumi ehegwa na so se 2 goals na emom no chances e ba nyina players na etumi equalize omo etumi utilize chances e bia chance Kudus enya ya sesen ko botu atinemu ayeko ebi a chance Antoine Semenyo nya ya nka sesen ko bo wentumi anye debe ambobo na nto ate enu ka ho na performances no ankoyi na osanso di tujwa bie mu se wachire mu se de kudinti a Ghana entumi mbiti anase yentumi ase Chad no ode ahye ne ba ko mienu na coach Otuado achire mu se back anase pitch amukọ ball wo so no na enya kra pitch ni nya kra ensem fata se players and as a Blaster players ekobobo ho na wasa kire mu se pitch no na wasa komudi nsuo gugu so ye water pitch no ma tumi an water pitch no eno ka ho na ma Blasters na entumi ambo homodin yi na mi bisa se pitch ni an water so the pitch brobe na pensu edi ana
the boys surely they play new the red pitch they can play fast but the pitch was very slow for us so it's difficult to outplay the defenders but also I have to say Chad did well in defending and they didn't allow too much chances. And for me, the most important thing is the 3-4 good chances we have. We have to score the second goal, to make our opponent weak and also mentally weak and us strong, But we didn't use our chances. Like I said before, in football, sometimes like that, if you don't use the 3-4 good chances you have, sometimes you're unlucky and you'll get one. All right.
Eti coach Otuado na otene kan e ni chire mode ba no yesan to aso coach Otuado asan dia tudwa se ochituma na se wa admiti se Chad enya country kitwa o enya small team na se enya country kitwa obetumi atwa fa no so sa enya easy se obebiti Chad na Otuado e chire mi se ene no ball na asesan o se officer Chad e country kitwa mo woni obeba obetwa form se enya sanete asesan na we no kana menti ase efse countries omo na se clubs eni omo boni nyina countries ni nyina obi etua fi Chad so Ghana pe and the two board raw. Now coach Otuado di nsembia to Jayan Kone on Facebook Live.
For me in general there are no small countries anymore. If you play away it's always difficult. And especially in Africa it's always difficult to play away. You will never see big results in away games. I think no other country also scored more than 2 goals against Chad in general, So I can't say that it's a normal thing that you score Chad with 2-3 goals, We did it in the first leg, but it's away game and it's different, It's different, like I said, it's normal. If you watch all the other results before, the games Chad played before, they only lost with 1 goal. Every game, away and at home, So football, there's no small country. Everything is close, and every country can defend.
Na we enya asemu a anka di Chad e compare Ghana ho ana akomko Coach Otuado enuma se na wotie no na misan boerem nyame ya adoma Monday and as Adjoa Agyei the Black Stars of Ghana ye bo match e Accra Sports Stadium home ye 8th match ayebo ye we are 10 October ni asan atoa competition no eso anasa qualifiers no so na Ghana Beshia Mali e 8th match no ma 7 p.m. sharp and ye Beshia nyame ya adoma Monday ntitawa so ye the commentary live ebebreo DL 106.9 FM. Minua Bema Bismarck Eduse ewa ha memana to aso.
Valentino mensum na yemfa common nkai ni nyina nso emra na hu de ko ene de ba odwumadi ne so a na chese bibi bia e kama me wofa Mr. Kwame Afumana watene nkano na to aso de ma odi ama menkao se anwumre ya ewo Legon Sports Stadium House of Folk ene Bobokwa efeno Accra Grail Olympics Oli Gbogbo Oli Mashi Oli Rosalinda Oli DLFM de ahihia so democracy kapa ene anwumre enye fedi agro ehon resource no nyankopon ya adoma Monday yetenasia ye de hon resource nyina enso ebebro yento aso na yemfa flight number DR1069 entwa aso franco conform so yankofa latest ni nyina nso emra ewo dwumade so na mame hyase free opanina ye friend Daniel Levy ono eye president edema Bobokwa e friend Tottenham Hotspur enti amete ene se Daniel Levy edi na juma dia odi e Tottenham Hotspur as president no atufom ni nyina ne se club no mpanifo na se club ni wura opani e friend Joe Levis ojitum se kamia se 25 years at office opani na timi agi 2 caps per na se nkruwa Daniel Levy etimi aboa ama Tottenham Hotspur agi emienu pe na kamia se opani no business ana any interest ene ode Tottenham ebo opani a friend Joe Levy tell ogide se kamia se 25 years opani atra office no 2 trophies en konkan enti ene obetimi agina nchen na omonso atimi akohwe so omsa betimi aka obi a ene obetimi abana obeboa Tottenham Hotspur ama omagin crew abebre ya to aso na made in common pina anso abrewa na watchimu FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers and yabo na enra ukopiem e Stadio Monumental e Argentina Argentina for fie to amsa from mina your friend Venezuela na after 90 minutes of soccer fiesta no na Argentina atwa for my friend Venezuela so e kamiensa omantimi antenenra pani kwhwe na chese stadium my friend Stadio Monumental na chese I am mixed feelings esu awreho ene anije ene nyina ne se Messi e born the final home game e Argentina esan se Messi or the atudwa se okọ FIFA World Cup 2026 ba Odini Juma Dinyina Ebawie as Argentina captain. Entienra o join show live on Facebook. Me patro DJ Fiba down Odini to so o join live on Facebook. Ubenya feed na. At the time I ever shot Argentina. Yebo national team national anthem. Na Messi Buneni and so join show no live on Facebook. Capital D capital L Nehu Diako.
Ahora te lo percibe cómo está. Increíble hacer toda una entrada en calor, emocionado. Ahora
we are feeling bien so so Messi at the time I ever say game na say now during the game no Argentina for no adibi edema Messi amo epeja bana bi enso stadium mo edi share Messi and when they done as some say gracias por todo mi capitán. Thank you for everything, my captain. I know, and come on, I said, dear Argentina of mine, and so I know they damn Messi. I say, it's answer Messi. Abua my name, Argentina at the FIFA World Cup. Sansua and a Copa America with teenage name Ajimenu Ediamom. And I dear can say finala Sima. And my referee say Argentina to my friend Illy. Ana omo bomb e camino mantimi antina 2026 me Argentina and Spain esa de seconds no so ebe hihia so entino o join live on Facebook at the time Argentina for na peja banner and they no more did that Messi I say away from there mami ka say Kwadana e friend Franco Mastantuono hey masa we ase bibia nim ye bia say oto aso na ye na o dim paibo any GDA techire unim say Messi enya ni debut and say obo ni first game edama Argentina man no na Kwadana e friend Franco Mastantuono ni enwo no enra akwadaa ne Messi ehye Argentina national jersey no enso ebo ne first game na Messi tinisuo na is akwadaa ne de eye nigye aye sere e de ama ne nyina ne se ne dream atimi akame true ono any Messi atimi ahye pitch na bibi bia nso ekoyie enso edema akwadaa na ene ye fe no Franco Mastantuano eno nso ne kakra fiwa na Messi after the game yenwu se team ni nyina akora dressing room so na come Messi or pitch ni so a and all wavy fans no join show ni live on Facebook capital D capital L 106.9 on say ka video no Messi ya pon game no na adani ni suo na say oda Argentina national team fans ni nyina ase Senior and Seminole so acquire our Stadio Monumental and so akwada brantena your friend Nicolas Otamendi and also attitude just say a game of boy against Venezuela our Stadio Monumental and also any final home gamer and a all boy Adama Argentina after say 37 years wabesum Argentina mining tino brantia friend Nicolas Otamendi and also at the Osumni and so everybody after World Cup. Now Mark Cucurella na after say Spain actually on my friend Bulgaria abo my coming sano and Central for Busani say Chelsea and Barcelona our Champions League game bo now ye Busani say on Lamine Yamal ebesia Cucurella se masa yen kan che Lamine Yamal dano obema game no ebefuno no obema Lamine Yamal wa gene hontena esansa kwada no 18 years o chimpanifo bo musuliani ade Mark Cucurella say Lamine Yamal Okoye ode ne be fast no but ompra Lamine Yamal essence the Spain national team on be here so be adwuma no enso e wo FIFA World Cup na say no enen koma opani a friend Mark Cucurella enso era tudwa na notable results bia enra etodwa e wo FIFA World Cup na say qualifies no na mechire Argentina tenafie etwifa Venezuela so e come en sama ntimi ante Spain echi Bulgaria e bom e come en sama ntimi ante sanso na Belgium omoche Liechtenstein e bom e kansia omote ntimi ante sanso na Netherlands etenafie ne Poland e bom 1-1 na shocking results enra investors no pina anu dam omo kasa Slovakia echi Germany e bom e come no ntimi ante Julian Nagelsmann ne modern bono and shedan kwankantina se ohwe na ono so toto niama na bibia eye kama na Portugal nyankopon ya aduma de ochina one Armenia ana bebo na as a stance omanya omo ticket ana se omo bookie omo ticket and so etimi edi wura Mexico, United States of America and Canada me chiro mo ma qualify say ana omo common so tie Mexico already ono there because of so hosting intino qualify USA so Canada wey any on my hosti na matimi abo qualify sa qualify ni Japan, Iran, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Japan, Jordan, any on my friend Australia, Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, New Zealand, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Colombia wey any on my just so assistance on matimi a qualifier yade ehon komono ema empanifo kasem bi se kwano ewase den a ekowie ewa boboa no ntiama na ne nkomo a ye boaboa nyina ofa ye nyina we so na yemfansi
yo menua Bismarck edu say na ote ne kan aha na de djumedi nya be ko na wiye back to studio big
kwame
menua
momo ho ne ye B na me mo papa mo wofa be kita A
studio A eya wo ho
na momo kita B mpese me no ebenya asem na ka kire kwasi apia se be se o se child for the nyabrewa bayra brewa dwa otuado so otuado na kaka sampani nsem
yeah
se child for na football na sesa
yeah
enti no bia ni mbonya sa na opeso
ka oketua bia ni hobi mu
o fa si we pa me gotumi an mama na san ko Dortmund bio me ni tumi he me yapa na obi a hye ne bi ni Ghana for de ye hye ne bi enye
e bro so kra o se na me kasa o hwe Manchester ya bona Chad on winning match bia on board draw rather the first draw on Ghana on your board draw
na arawusam say Chad for no president oni o man Idris Deby Ghana no mo board draw na o jado ye bia mo congratulation message
yo
congratulatory message
sure
e wo man ka say
trejo mo nim say Ghana be twa form so
yeah
na o man ka say say Ghana no ma board draw so o man ya de
say ya de bibia ye call competition bia ye de mathematics na ye call
yeah
say we hye we na say ye nso ye wini ana ye bodro mpo ne se wensu kolusu a ya qualify se ne sa na ye na afi bia enti afi ye nso nkonta asa to bentum ana nya sa
chat keke ne deyi
na Daddy Lumba wa yi bi wo ma me hwe DJs gibi mfa nche me na ene ma fa ne mre ni bia nya hwe meto biscuit ama na atafre ho say o weekends man na me boa e ga me biscuits man dia fa na num in fa de du ba bia mogo no so boa obi wa be kese ne wera ho pa de ye na ni baji ofie enti on fa nche ne wo fa mi ana me ne sa obi apotumi nya ne sa ofie am nko a ma so ye de se ne obi ofie adam na onim bibi me pe bibi Daddy Lumba ye papa ye wo voice ba ku bi a o listen voice bi a ofie anom na me hwe ze nka me bo amakwesi apia de o ye ni ntinka me ka asem bi a kyerɛ me hwe se mehu sound bite na ma no Daddy Lumba last wo frɛ wo say sa de no ɛyɛ ne destiny bibia ye bɔ no fia sa sound bite na ye bɔ no funny voices no o say no na ye ne best pa ye hwe se ye behu a
Shegelege yes wo nickname no Shegelege
ya nware me bi anu adi
me ka Shegelege a wonye so no Shegelege
ya nware me bi anu adi na mra ne no
umra ne
asai bidi agoro basakasa aya wonhwe TV so
minimum say kwesi apia na ya so wonhwe TV so de a ayi otuado
kwesi apia so Sudan
sorry ena na kura me bobo kwesi apia den
onu se waji ni di
onu bone se ya wade wo no kura chan tournament ne kura mu se no perform pa so do ma qualify ko AFCON kwesi apia fa cha me wati wo fa seketua otuado ne o so no oju ono waden Dortmund won no ye
scouting coach kura scout
hwehwe wo ma mu nim bo no do mo ko na Ghana for hu so ye best for yen ya te DJs gibi mfa nche ne mo me wo fa se kwesi apia ne men kan hwe Ghana penifo no football for ne say amount 6.2 billion a month otuado but dan ka kwesi apia mwa wampo
sa
se wa coach Ghana team na chenti sa na beye otuado yetumi terms ka beye 6.something billion mo boso me na be ka che se child team ne nya bayira abrewadwo sa na ka kire sa yam ya do me chena weekends weekends na sha free Friday Friday
if you are boja ye
zena ne yekro be sremo me sremo so wa fi akurase abakuru mu a ma wanenye ensa nkwa akurase manje mistake kura nti kwa me yafunde onim ma wa fa sisi ba wa ba no onya nkwa akurase bia fi zane sato bi so yanko
uni ana me chiri no me ne magunzo mu no uni ana me chiri no me fi akurase abakuru e ma kokko mo mewe yemi amne skafo me chiri so here you already me nkwa akurase bia bo banka bra akurase bia me nko bia bo mu kokko na aka wuram mo nkwati mare ye sabi asedo
share say akurase edo
abisa afi bagusheni
sa me na eko Kofitela ka ho mu nyini mfrim ene ye wafa ase ba kwa ye friend ye friend ni di ne kura dan ye friend say
o Mariana
dabra bi ono nka ho no hwan amanga adwen wo dwen awuku Benjamin ono wotema ono ye awa outing driver se be pia kwajon na de yekọ ye ntua kapre
nice really
na me ka kire wo se wo be kwa aya sra wo ba no kwan wo be pene de a
mate
se wo de on wale ntu betumi de achi
hwan
wo obetumi akobi se me wo fa ase a me hwe de so enti abusuafo monso no kwa motama so monso no kwa yam ya duma yi Sunday Blasters for Monday, Blasters for match. Some boko park. Bonko for live commentary mra. Mama fan TV so. Bonko ho. Mama ye hu de ekọ. Monso don komotama so. Me de masi enti kwam ya fum. Ene best makadu se na moto omonkan DJs gibi meto biscuit amani nti. Ne bufu kro de bechem. Na adwenche ne ya piaga chimasa for de aba. Ye ntumi nkenkan ne nyina na kwa mo aboaten de aba. Sa nso na me wafa se Master Panel Junior Kentampo de aba ya da se. Eye Barbara Cranton was so share live the free Kumasi me das me wafa say Agyei Isaac or say good evening or share live with the free La Paz eye face pon what is this is Black Kwame too sure and pa best news best entertainment me das say eye Junior Purpose also the abano say good evening DLFM me das say Efo Tontom GH or the abam or say good evening DLFM good God richly bless you all for your good works ya das say pa Kofi Parliament or so share live e the free agona bo bikuma apa me das me wafa say mo fa se baba mahamo boas no kire mi so monitor news no pa fantastic news na greeting to Mr. Oti Eya Kenten oboas it MPP constituency chairman hospital me da se pa mo fa se yami nchira munyina William Yabona was say and when was the date for Daddy Lumba funeral coming on ebeba so ebusuafo de beba nditame chuku wati tie DLFM na obeti sanse na Joshua esedo si good evening me da se sanse na ye Hamsatu Yakubu no say good evening or where life edi free topoli me da say mu nyina mo ka ye hom ka se bana mu semu fo na ya miss me bela twere se mu edi ema yen DJ Afiba de kopie mo Facebook no so sanso na DJ Zigibi boa yen etitwa fini from adesom yen okenkan na me ko ne control kra ne mre no dia meje so ye wo fa Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi me sori so no DJ Zigibi ene eye Friday nti ene Friday moso pa ne awusu betia ne sa awusu ne awoso ene enyompa pa de bejeje otata kwa pemese nondu bebo no nyasem kuma makasa vile kwa sonda DLFM 106.9 DJ Zigibi is up next wo fa Nhyiraba makrao